Generic condescension, viewers. Pop culture reference, blah blah blah, radio rentals. When we last left off, our hero had met a stoner. Let's continue onwards. To begin with, we need to head to the right so we can grab another golden key. As with the others, this will activate a lift by going to the lift control hut, which is precisely where we're going to head. On the way, we are going to stop and grab ourselves a little item. We're going to grab this thing. It's a cow, shrunk down to the size of an egg so we can put it in our bag slung over our shoulder. Now, I should like to take a moment to mention that no animals were harmed during the making of this feature. Well, I say that. I killed a couple of wasps. But wasps are not animals. They are demons sent straight from hell in order to make us suffer. Now that the lift has come down, we can unlock the bottom left machine. This will help us to progress when we go to the next part of the level, which is up and to the left in the trees. Now, we're given no indication that we need to go up to the left into the trees. We just have to assume that that's the way it works because this is a Dizzy game. We also have to get on this platform first of all, which is the same colour as the rest of the tree. Unintuitive? Yes. Annoying? Yes. Bad game design? Yes. I don't really have an end to this sentence. Continuing through the treetop village, we find this thing, a perfect black circle. Let's grab it. I have a hole in my pocket. Remember? Like from that one acid trip we all went on together? Yeah, just like that. Let's grab our stuff and head onwards. Also, I like how they left the hole there so you can fall for that trick numerous times. Moving on, we have Dozie's hut and the slowest lift in the whole entire world. On this screen, again, another example of unintuitive level design, we can find Grand Dizzy. He's supposed to be Dizzy's grandfather, but he looks more like a dashing professor than an old fogey. We'll talk to him in a little while, but before then, we need to grab something. And don't mind me being in the lift, I'm just riding that for fun. Off and to the right, we find another screen which was slightly different between this version and the Amiga version of the game. In the Amiga version, the two items were swapped over, so the coin was on the bottom floor, and this item, a brass door knocker, was on the top. Why they changed it, I don't know. It actually makes things a little bit harder since you have to activate one of the lift terminals before you can grab the item on the top. In any case, we have activated the lift as you've seen, and that's why it's running away without us. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait for the lift to come down, ride it up, and see what we can see. I love music, don't you? We'll talk to Grand Dizzy in a second, but if we go past him, there's an item waiting for us. So let's just take our pick and continue onwards. I also love using amusing drum fills as sound effects. With pick in hand, we can talk to Grand Dizzy, who apparently is Cranky Kong. Is that what I think it is? We got a crowbar! We are now ready to fix any and all problems that come our way. Because if video games have taught me anything, and surprisingly they have, it's that there is not a single problem that exists that won't get better when you hit it a bunch of times with a crowbar. So, I've come up with a pretty good idea for a business venture, right? I want you to act as my focus group. Yeah, you, the person watching this. Unless you're me, watching this video to check for errors, in which case you really shouldn't have gone up in that lift the first time. But if you're not me, and statistically speaking you're not, I want your input. You know how they sell WWJD t-shirts, you know, wristbands, and basically anything? I want to sell WWGFD crowbars. I'd buy them. But with that said, I bought a copy of Action 52, so what do I know? Not much. We're not actually going to go to the well just yet, although we can. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the door that said knock and enter. You'll recall we couldn't do that before because we have boxing gloves on, and knocking, unlike typing, is very hard to do with boxing gloves on. But now we have a door knocker, we can open it. So let's go back to that door, see if we can find what's inside. Oh, I hate these in-game physics so much. There we go. Using the door knocker, the door opens. Inside, we find... Oh yes! I has the bucket! I can see why that's the kind of thing that we need to kept on the lock and key. We don't need it just yet though. We're going to be saving that for a puzzle coming up in a couple of minutes. What we do need, however, is our beautiful decorative crowbar. We're going to make our way back to the well and open it up, just like I said I wouldn't be doing 5 minutes ago. I am all over the place in this video, guys. I have no idea what's going on. I think I'm just excited to have a crowbar and a bucket. If you make our way over to the well, we can stand on it and use the crowbar. Using the crowbar, we pry the lid off the well, and the only downside to this is that we lose the crowbar forever. And this is a shame, because there are several puzzles coming up that could be solved very quickly if we had it at our disposal. But there's no time to sit about reminiscing. We've got a princess to be saving. I think Daisy's a princess in this one. She's a princess in one of them anyways. Join us tomorrow, folks, when we head down the well. Woohoo! Until then, goodbye.